What do you see uh, happening in the future that could make things easier for independent-minded filmmakers? I'm not talking about independent filmmakers, because independent in India is very difficult to be completely independent. You independent-minded filmmakers, filmmakers who refuse to follow the rules while working within the system. So, do you see things improving or?
See, this gives me an opportunity to talk about initiative that I started. Dark Frames is, if you know Mark Ehrman used to run Think Film and Lionsgate, and he's now working with Dark Frames. And I took this initiative with Blemish Light that we're going to take Indian independent cinema, North America, and international. And there is not a single company out there that's focused on doing this. And though, I mean, there is an audience out there in North America. I mean, there is a South Asian second and third generation audience who is not interested in Bollywood. There is an international audience that watches films. There are film festivals, Indian film festivals all around the country, but they are unique, one-time events. And so we are working on a hybrid form of taking still these films theatrically. So that's the goal.
Work needs to be done at the regional level in Kerala, in Bengal, in Tamil Nadu, and places where cinema is very, very, very big, but obviously it's now becoming insular. A bit like Bollywood. Bollywood can afford to be insular because it has a huge market, but these regional cinema can't afford to be insular, because if you say that I'm only going to use my language and forget about the rest of the world, then you're actually limiting your reach.
We think that for our films to travel, we have to come up with some universal language. What's culturally specific is most universal. So if you're making something very culturally specific, then that travels. That's what world want to see. World want to see honesty of that particular culture. If they just want to see a thriller or a horror genre, not to say, mine is also in some ways existential thriller, if I may say. But if they just want to see thriller and horror and all that kind of, they make tons of that. I mean, you go AFM market, there is shitload of films that they make of their own, which has no cultural specificity. This is just films that can travel around the world. So if Hollywood is most successful in doing that, it owns the world in that sense. So we make culturally specific, unique films that are very personal to us, and those will travel. I mean, that's what I think. But we have to sort of get together and push this out. I mean, everybody's talking about film market, Goa, and I've traveled film market for so many times. So it's kind of misconception that, okay, people are coming over there and just films are going and being sold and all that. I mean, it's just really not true. Even the international companies who are coming there and taking the films, they sit on those films for 5 years. I mean, I know the filmmakers whose films have gone, and what really they have made out of them internationally is pretty much nothing. So, but this sort of the media perception here, that was, okay, these films are traveling and all that. So something more substantial, unique, commercially viable need to be done. And which has to be, and currently the space is there with the digital, with the way the independent cinema is changing around the world, not just in India. The distribution platforms are changing around the world. So I mean, we need to sort of look at the hybrid ways of doing it, be innovative about it, and we can do it economically, conservatively as well.
I mean, if Chinese cinema works globally, it's because they go out aggressively and promote their films, right. And so that happens in Cannes, in Toronto, and they're out there in your face all the time. Will Dark Frames or other agencies that you know of be doing that kind of thing?
See, that's definitely a goal, because you're so right. It's capital works, right? So now when the Hindi film industry sort of become dominant, then Hindi film industry alternative cinema kind of become dominant. That I can travel to Cannes, I can travel to Berlin, Toronto, everywhere, and so I can present myself. I mean, it's a two-way game. Audience need to be built, right? I mean, so I really don't see a challenge when it comes to language, to films to travel internationally. So we were just talking about Bengali cinema and Malayalam cinema being. When I went to study in US, the only Indian filmmaker that was known to white people was Satyajit Ray. I mean, they were completely blank about anything else India. Satyajit Ray, it's the only person they know.
Today it's Aishwarya Rai.
And so sad part is, I didn't know who Satyajit Ray was. I grew up on Amitabh Bachchan. So right, so I was completely oblivious of my own land. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is that the language, the regional language really is not an issue when it comes to traveling internationally. I don't see that. The issue is, yes, how are you going to present yourself to the players in the game? They're in the markets, there are players in the game. You know, they need to have access to these films. Somebody needs to tell them, like, Saibal, you need to tell them that this film is coming out of Malayalam industry, have a look at it, right? I mean, that happens even in the Bombay industry. When we're talking about alternative cinema that's traveling in Cannes, I don't want to name names, but we know how it works, right? So even there are great films when it comes to Hindi film industry, alternative films, but they're not going out because somebody else is representing somebody and talking and going to talk to somebody and whatnot. So what I mean, if Malayalam industry and people who are supporting independent cinema here wants to take this, I mean, they all have to get together and say, okay, what do we do? How do we figure it out that we can present ourselves in front of everybody? So we have to sort of kind of join together, right? Form a community. Yeah.